Nature can be very noisy. Krishnananda Prabhu Dandavat. This is the Krishnananda Prabhu we've come to know. You make a good Father Christmas. Keep it growing until December and spray it silver.
That's the plan, Maharaj.
Huh?
I said that is the plan.
Oh, that is the plan. Okay, okay.
Then I can do collections more easily.
All right, very good. Hopefully Father Christmas won't be under lockdown.
No, I'm in Texas, in America, and they're ending the lockdowns now, actually. So.
Oh, okay. Anyway, the world is trying to come to grips with understanding that it's a temporary place. You see, we forget what the previous generations tell us, don't we? That's why we need sadhana. That's why we need some daily practice to keep reminding ourselves. All right. From Chinmoy Dev Das to everyone, hello everyone. Why am I called MDBR?
You can, yes, rename yourself.
Yeah. And I wonder why I'm called MDBR. Anyway, I am called MDBR because that's Mahananda Das Bhakti-Ranjan. But he lost somewhere. Now some monster has come out. Mary Ann Morrissey means you're muted. Ah, yes. No, now we can hear you.
Yeah, it took a minute. I'm Bilva's mother.
Oh, okay. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Beautiful.
In Santa Cruz. I'm in Wisconsin.
You're in Wisconsin, but you're Bilva's mom. Okay, yes. Wonderful. We met when we had that program last year. Yeah, exactly. Right? Lovely.
Yes.
Nice. Very happy to see you with us.
Thank you.
And Dayavati has arrived. And Kavi, who is Kavi? Do we know? Anybody home?
Kavi is Kamala Sundari.
Oh, Kamala Sundari. Okay. I also just noticed that I was MDBR, not Madhusudan. So, all right, beautiful. Okay, so it's 5 o'clock and all's well. As my grandmother used to say about London, that they really, in her time, they had the town criers. The town crier, he wandered the streets of London in the night and he'd have a bell and he would call out, all's well, it's 11 o'clock and all's well, it's 11 o'clock and all's well. And that time, my grandmother told me about London before they had electricity, when the man would come around every evening and light the gas lights, etc. So you see, it's only 2 generations, well, okay, from my time, 2 generations ago, my mother's mother, my father's mother, who were living during the end of the 19th century and who knew the world in quite a different way than we know it now. So things have changed very fast. And in the last month, things have changed very fast. Also, now we can say 1 month and what? 1 week or something like that. All right, we've gathered together and we've waited like a few minutes so that others who are on Russian time, they'll be coming a little later. Italy time, they'll be arriving after 25 minutes. But our Zoom time, we're about on time for 5 o'clock. All right, so here we are. Let us begin as we should always begin when we meet with the devotees. Let us offer our obeisances to each other. All glories to all the assembled devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. And also, let's also consider that we are in the temple, and we do have one temple in the world where we can all relate to very much, and where Guru Maharaj, Srila Śrī Maharaj said, this is the origin of your fortune. It is not only today, but forever. This is where you can say the mountain of golden lava of love came to the world in the modern time, from Śrī Chaitanya Saraswat Mat, from the lotus lips of Srila Śrīdhāra Maharaj, Srila Guru Maharaj, the lotus lips of Srila Gurudev, Srila Bhakti-Sundar Govinda Maharaj. So let us give our obeisances and jayas to the deities there, our beautiful deities. Saparika Shri Shri Guru Gauranga Gandhava Govinda Sundar Ju Ki Jai. And Śrī Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Śrī Chaitanya Saraswat Acharya-vṛnda Ki Jai. And of course, wonderful Srila Bhakti-Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Wonderful Srila Guru Maharaj Srila Bhakti Rakkhak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratize Namaha. And Om Agyanati Marandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So, as perhaps we did last week and thinking to try to do, if you like, I can speak for a few minutes and then we can open up the microphones. And if you just hover over your own microphone, your own image, you can see that probably, depending on your platform, it'll show up a little blue sign on my computer anyway that says unmute. So when you want to say something, just click the unmute button, then we can speak together. And we can have, as we are together, be able to have conversation and see each other too. All right. And we are being joined by Kishore Krishna Prabhu. And one, is that a bear that's coming from the mountains, or is it Nrsimha Chaitanya Prabhu? Ah, Nrsimha Chaitanya Prabhu also. So one by one, devotees joining with us, and we're happy to have the new participants.
Dandavad.
Dandavad, Nrsimha Chaitanya Prabhu. Good to have you with us. By the way, Goswami Maharaj was chanting your glories and your father's glories a few months ago, talking in his room. So we are always very happy to hear the glories of the Vaishnavas. And just on the point of glories of the Vaishnavas, I don't know if you, today is yesterday. Okay, so today is Saturday with you. In the calendar, today is the disappearance day of Saurindranath Bhakti Varidhi Mahadai. And yesterday morning, when they gave the key jais after the Mangalati and they're mentioning his name, I'm trying to remember, who is Shripad Saurindranath Bhakti Varidhi? Because it's not a name for me that like immediately stays in my brain, but it's not a name that I immediately like relate a lot to. But then if you follow the links, at least from scsmat.com, the calendar, and on the right-hand side, the calendar is there when you go to the homepage. Then if you follow the link, there's an article which is posted by Shripad Tyagi Maharaj. He translated what Gurudev wrote about this devotee way back in 1969. Which is published in the temple's Gauriya magazine, Sri Gauriya Darshan magazine rather. And I read it to myself yesterday, and then we read in the evening program some of the article that is here. And really it struck me as, such a wonderful description of the qualities of this devotee who is a disciple of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. But from Gurudev's pen, we see his super capacity to glorify the Vaishnavas without any tinge of envy or judgment or anything, only of glorifications, seeing the devotee side, seeing the nature of the devotee. And Gurudev, in this article, and if we could only allow ourselves to glorify wholeheartedly the devotees in the way that Srila Gurudev has here given a description of the glories of this devotee, Saurendranath Bhakti Varidhi, then we can think, oh, this is what is devotional life, the sweetness, the taste that comes from taking the name of the devotees, but glorifying the devotees. And really, when I read this article and read it twice yesterday, then really it struck me that and how wonderfully Gurudev is glorifying the Vaishnavas, and how often we heard him glorifying the Vaishnavas so nicely. And you can say senior devotees means his gurus, bhai, the brothers of his gurus, as it were, of his guru, Srila Śrī Maharaj. But also he would glorify the devotees who were his godbrothers, Gurudev's godbrothers, and even the disciple section where there is place for glorification, Gurudev is glorifying that. And there's always a place for glorification. We've heard Gurudev only mentioning the good qualities of some devotees who really, you can say they did have some material side apparently to their nature. And, Gurudev just so expert in doing that. And by doing so, he was clearly himself happy to point these out. And by doing so, it gave nourishment to the devotees who are present, means the devotees who are present, and Gurudev is giving some, like pointing out the glorification of their devotional side, giving nourishment to them, thinking, oh, I have to live up to what Gurudev is saying now, what he's seen. But also giving nourishment to the other devotees to hear the glories of the devotees being chanted. So anyway, it's Saturday with you, and in the calendar for Saturday, please do take a moment afterwards to read it. It's a little bit of a long article in a way for us to read now, but exemplary in how to glorify the Vaishnavas and the glories of the Vaishnavas. And it also reminded me of how Gurudev repeatedly said about how great were the associates of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. He said that there were so many exalted, pure devotees in his retinue. And of them who stood head and shoulders as the exemplary devotee carrying the current of Saraswati Thakur given by him was our wonderful Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rapa Sridhar Goswami Maharaj. And interestingly, in this article from yesterday, from the disappearance, or today for you, the disappearance of Saurendranath Bhakti Varidhi, then also he points out how once this devotee had recognized what Srila Saraswati Thakur was giving to the world, he, although he was already a pious and religious natured person, he wholeheartedly, exclusively accepted Srila Saraswati Thakur, recognized what he was giving, and gave all focus there, gave all reception when he came to his home, looked at him exclusively for what is our Krishna consciousness. And after the disappearance of Srila Saraswati Thakur, then he recognized Guru Maharaj, Srila Śrī Maharaj, as the embodiment of the teachings of Saraswati Thakur, as like the continuation of what Srila Saraswati Thakur was giving to the world. We see this in this article, as pointed out by Srila Gurudev, but also from Gurudev, we hear how all of the respected senior godbrothers of Guru Maharaj, in other words, all the respected senior disciples of Srila Saraswati Thakur, they all had this mood. They would come to Guru Maharaj, understanding him to be that embodiment, recognizing what he will say, that is as good as Srila Saraswati Thakur is saying. So this is where we are in our lives at the moment, in the evolution of our lives from wherever we were in the last life and the life before that and the life before that. We're now here under the shelter of these guardians, Srila Saraswati Thakur, Guru Maharaj, Gurudev, and of course Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who was prepared by Srila Guru Maharaj and who has brought us all this opportunity of Krishna consciousness. So anyway, this may be a side point, because this is meant to be back to basics. But really the basics of our devotional life, you can say there are many basic things, but one of them is to glorify the devotees. Gurudev, Govinda Maharaj, he was, you can say, the perfect devotee, the perfect acharya, leading by example. And he is fully glorifiable as the acharya, the guru presenting, continuing that current that we were just describing. But he himself has shown us, this wealth of the glorification of the Vaishnavas. So maybe part of today's back to basics is only glorify devotees, don't see any faults, and be nourished by hearing that glorification, be nourished by recognizing ourselves, the devotional nature in others. So this is where we're starting today. Maybe we can make a note for today. Okay, emphasis on glorifying the Vaishnavas, basics, back to basics of our devotional life. More devotees have joined us. Anandamoy Devidasi, very good, happily. I'm keeping the Vaishnavas on my head. If I keep my little window at the bottom, I've got all the devotees on the top of my head. All right. So we mentioned last time that today we might just give a little thought about one of the basic things. We don't want to try to become pandits and learn many things, but we did mention last time there is one song we sing, every day, twice a day for many of us. It is Haraye Namaḥ Kṛṣṇa, Jādavāya Namaha. And it's not that only we sing it, we see that Guru Maharaj would regularly sing this. When there was a actual sort of class, at the end it would end in this way. Gurudev would end, consistently with Haraye Namaḥ Kṛṣṇa. Those of us who've been with him there on the old veranda, the new veranda, in the Nat Mandir, in the different temples in India, and for some of you around the world, then you see at the end of the class what is sung: Haraye Namaḥ Kṛṣṇa, Jādavāya Namaha. And in the theme of the glorification of the devotees, then this Haraye Namaḥ Kṛṣṇa, it is a very kind of complete song, and it is giving us the name of the Lord, it's giving us Mahaprabhu in the Panchatattva, it is giving us the Vaishnavas, and the Vaishnavas headed by who? By the 6 Goswamis. So I just thought that it is good for us to go through these, where am I? It's good for us to go through the things that we do regularly, so we don't become too parrot-ish, and we do become more substantial of what we are singing. Because, and I heard it the other day, but I did not bookmark it, I'm afraid, on my little phone. I do bookmark things when I come across them. Gurudev himself was saying how the devotees should learn the meaning of the songs. That way they will get most benefit in this way. So, it is Gurudev's wish, and it is a natural thing, you can say, that we be singing songs, yes, auspicious vibration, but with some understanding with the mood that the songs were composed in for us to share. So anyway, you all know these things, I know. So here, if I'm successful, I can share the screen. If I could find it on my where to share. Oh, that's what happens when you have so many windows open, isn't it? Oh dear. Oh, well, I would share the screen if I could find the host has spotlighted your video for everyone. Oh, okay. Thank you, host. Well,
Maharaj,
yes.
it's also possible if everybody wants, I've got it on my computer. Ananda Moishi has one, a physical copy, but everybody can go to SCS.com, go to the books, ebooks, and it's there in that link if everybody wants to follow along, if we're not able to post something here.
Yeah, very unusually, I can share all sorts of things from, it's saying share your desktop, and you see in Adobe Acrobat, I do, oh, here it is, excuse me, sorry. Because Adobe begins with A, it's at the top of the page. Okay, here we are. See, I need to learn the ABC of the alphabet. You know, Adobe Acrobat begins with A, so I should have looked at the top of the page under A, shouldn't I, instead of scrolling down. But it is one of the last pages I opened, so I thought, oh, maybe it'll be there. Okay, so you can all see, I think, Haraye Namaḥ Kṛṣṇa Jādavāya Namah. Yes? Okay. So here, and this is simply taken from the internet, but it's taken from either the ISKCON songbook or the database, I'm not sure. But it does have here for us, you know, the word by word, and I can share the document if I'm smart, and if I can't share the document, then I'll have Govinda Nandini share the document at the end of the program. So, should we just go through quickly, not to take a long time on it? But Haraye Namaḥ Kṛṣṇa Jādavāya Namaha Jādavāya Mādhavāya Keśavāya Namaha. I mean, I think in one sense, the first verses, we do know what we're singing. Haraye Namaḥ Kṛṣṇa Jādavāya Namaha Jādavāya Mādhavāya Keśavāya Namaha. We know that these are all names of Krishna, and the Namaha, which is coming up again and again. Most of you know that Srila Guru Maharaj, in Prapana Jivanamritam and in other places, verbally he has told how Namaha means giving our obeisances with no ego. As we were saying just now about Srila Gurudev, with no ego, he's giving honor. With no ego, we need to come and give our obeisances to the Lord. Then names of the Lord: Gopal, Govinda, Rāma, Śrī Madhusudan, Giridhārī, Gopīnāth, madana-mohan. So names of the Lord. And I think, I mean, you can look up if you want to know the specific aspect of the Lord in each of the moods. You can do your own little bit of homework. But we'll be happy to say, oh, these are all names of the Lord. And the name of the Lord is very wonderful. So that is of Krishna Leela, and then now we have Śrī Chaitanya, Nityānanda, Śrī Advaita Sita, or actually Śrī advaita-chandra is what we chant. And that's gently adjusted within our temple by Guru Maharaj and Gurudev. From Guru Maharaj's time, we are chanting Śrī Advaita-chandra.
This is very different, Maharaj, this one.
What?
It's very different. Look at the next line.
Hari Guru. Oh, so it is. Oh, well. Well, what do we sing? Now I have to not look at the screen. So otherwise I'll be thrown off. We sing Śrī Chaitanya, Nityānanda, Śrī Advaita-chandra. Advaita-chandra means, you know, beautiful moon-like face of Advaita. Moon, you know, moon is often used to take a very soothing personality. Advaita-chandra. Gadādhara, śrīvāsādi, gaura-bhakta-vṛnda. Yes, we sing Gadādhara, śrīvāsādi, gaura-bhakta-vṛnda. This way, verse 3, it is within the Panchatattva. So, Panchatattva, you do know Panchatattva is our actual worship, our focus, our fortune, everything is coming from Panchatattva. So, okay, so this particular document, let's see how we do with the rest of the verses. I just copy-pasted this, and I am grateful that you point out it's not exactly what we sing. And the next verse is the six Goswamis. Sri Rupa, Sanatan, Bhatta Raghunath, śrī-jīva-gopāla-bhaṭṭa, Dasa Raghunath. So there, we're doing fine, right? Yes.
More or less.
A
The first word's
chine.
different.
What?
The first word in the previous verse was different. We start with
Oh.
Jai Rupa Sanatan.
Oh, don't. Yes, you can have a jai.
Anyway, just
You
pointing
can
it out.
have a jai. You can have a shri. You can have a jai Shri Rupa Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath. We won't be too stuck on that. But then A Chai Gosai. So these six Choi, Gosai and Gosai, Goswamis, Kori, we get this all the time. By the way, this is Bengali, so this onwards, this is all Bengali. Kori is just the verb to do. So not to make life complicated, we're not trying to be pandits, but Kori just means to do. You do many things. You know, you eat, do, sit, do, this, that, and the other. And here, making prayers, doing vandana, offering our respects to their charan. We know this word too. These are very common words that come up. Charan means the feet. So Karan, Karan, you see, Charan. By the way, you see Gurudev in ISKCON and in that time sees in the transliteration, they stand for the sound ch, but it's Srila Gurudev himself very much stressed, no, we want to have ch, ch, so everyone will read it. When he would see Caitanya, he would say Caitanya, why Caitanya? So it is Gurudev's preference and instruction to use ch. So just to mention that point. So we just have to be conscious we're taking this from a ISKCON or ISKCON-ish source. And so the spelling is using C. Anyway, A, Chai, Gosai, Kori, Charana, Vandan. So to these six Goswamis, I am doing feet, obeisances to their feet. Charana, feet, Vandana. Jaha hoite bhignanash. We sometimes say bhignanash, Sri Nrsimhadev, Bhagavan. Bhignanash, taking away all obstacles. And then abhishta puran. And puran means, we know that it means full, purnananda. Anyway, here puran means full. Abhishta puran, spiritual desires. Abhishta puran. So, jaha hoite, by which bhignanash, all disturbance is sent out, and abhishta puran, all spiritual desires fulfilled. So, when we sing it, we can feel A Choi Gosai Kori Charana Vandan Jaha Hoite Bhignanash Abhishta Puran. Okay, that's my visual translation. So if any Chinese log in and you don't speak English, you've got some translation. All right, next verse. A Chai Gosai. These six Goswamis. Jar, okay, Jar Mui Taradas. So it's saying, I am the servant of that person who is a servant of these six. So Jar, whoever is Mui Taradas. I am their servant. Okay, see, I am doing my homework too. Because A Chai Gosai Jar Mui Taradas Tasabara all Pada Renu, the Renu, dust, Pada Renu, foot dust, Mora Panchagras, the 5 kinds of foodstuffs. But the translation is, I am the servant of that person who is a servant of these 6 Goswamis. Mui Taradas, I am their servant. Chai Gosai Ja. Oh, okay. A Chai Gosai Ja, it must be implicating there the das, those who are theirs, Mui Tara Das. I am their servant. Mui Tara Das. So A Chai Gosai Ja, it must be implicated the word, whoever is their servant. A Chai Gosai Ja, Mui Tar Das, Tasabara, Pada Renu, Mora Panchagras. You still need The foods that are licked, chewed, drunk, and sucked, by the way. But this is the 5 kinds of food stuff. And somebody can say, what's the 6th kind of food stuff? No, not the 5th. So 4 are, we know, licked, chewed, drunk, and sucked. What's the 5th one? Anybody can say? It is a question. Nrsimha Chaitanya Prabhu, you know many hidden things.
Sipped.
What?
Sit.
Sit.
Sipped.
Is it? I mean, are you guessing or is it?
I'm pretty sure it's sipped.
Sipped. Mm.
Yeah, like.
Okay, maybe while we continue, someone can do a quick check on the database on that one. So that'd be licked, chewed, drunk, sucked, and sipped. Okay, it'll remain as sipped until we know otherwise, unless we hear otherwise. So, okay, so A-Chai, again, these 6, Gosai, A-Chai Gosai, Jar, and I guess that just simply means whoever is theirs, servant to them, Mui, Tara, Das, Tasabara, Pada, Renu, the dust, Mora, Pancha, grass. Okay, in other words, that's my full nourishment, is to be a servant of those servants. I am the servant of that person who is a servant of these 6 Goswamis. Okay, Tādira, here it doesn't have any N with a dot over or Chandra Bindu. In the Bengali, it is certainly with a Chandra Bindu. Chandra Bindu is the moon with a dot in the middle. You've probably seen that symbol in our newer songbooks that has started to come in. And in the older transliteration, it's N with a dot over the top, which sadly, devotees often say N like this because it looks like an N. So they say Tandera. But it's not, oh, there in the transliteration, you see, underneath the word by word, it's got T long A, N with a dot. But actually, it's a nasal N. The way that both Sanskrit and Bengali, the vocabulary, the vowels and the consonants, the sounds, they start in the back of the throat and then come forward. And this is And so it's not the N and it's not at the back. It's like a nasal N. So you can just say Tādera, or if you can add a little nasal part, it's Tādera, which means there. And this comes up all the time when we're reading Chaitanya Charitamrita in the songs of the songbook. This there. Tādera, Charana, Sebi, Bhakta, Sane, Bas. And I'm not sure about where the hyphens are here. Because Tādera, Charana, their feet, and this Sebi, Seva, Bhakta, Sane, Bas. We know all the words except maybe Sane, Bas. Sane, Bas means with, something like Sange. I mean, Sange means to be with. But this is Sane, which I'm not a scholar, but it is the word with. So their feet, Seva, the devotees, Sane, and Bas means live. Like Braja Bas or Braja Basi and Navadip Basi, Vrindavan Basi. So Basi is like that. So Tādera, Charana, Sevi, Bhakta, Sane, Bas. Janame, Hoy. And the Hoy is also like something like Kori, but Hoy is there is instead of this Kori, which comes up all the time, or Kore, Korein, Kora. Kori is to do, and this Hoya word comes up all the time. It is. The Kori is doing, and this is. So Hoy a abilas. So again, this abilas, the same word that we had just now, the desire. It is my desire. So janame hoy a abilas. Birth after birth. We hear of Krishna's Janmadin, his birthday. Krishna Janmastan, Krishna's appearance place. So again, it's quite straightforward Bengali in the sense of the words we know, but of course we do need the translation to make sure we have it all right. Thādira charana sebi bhakta sane bas janame hoy e abilas. This is my desire, that birth after birth I may live with those devotees who serve the lotus feet of these 6 Goswamis. And then again, E chai gosai jabe braje koilabas. Then E chai gosai, now we already know, and jabe in this case is when braje koilabas. And koilabas, so koilabas lived, who were living, doing living, again coming from this same root of, to do. And this bas, like we said now about braja, basi, the living. So E chai gosai jabbe braje, when, question mark, jabbe braje koila bas Radha Krishna nitya lila korila prakash. Again, this korila is coming in different ways, and prakash, so to do prakash, reveal. We hear this word prakash, again it comes up many times. So we just have to try to put our words, we have to think what we're singing when we sing it. So E chai gosai jabe braje koila bas braje, Vrindavan, braja. It could be V, it could be B, but it's braje koila bas Radha Krishna nitya lila korila prakash. When these 6 Goswamis lived in Vrindavan, they revealed the holy places and explained the eternal pastimes of Radha Krishna. Radha Krishna nitya lila korila prakash. And translation is always interpretation. Goswami Maharaj always telling us this. Anyway, let us go on. Anande, everybody knows Ananda. Joyfulness, happiness. Anande, bolo, Hari, bhaja Vrinda, bolo, Hari. Chant the Lord's names and bhaja, worship, Vrindavan, with a B or with a V. Don't get stuck on that, because Vrindavan, they say B and they say V, so Vrindavan. And then Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade. Pada, again, the feet. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade. Majya Man. And Majya Man means, man is mind. That also always comes up. So not so often we are hearing with this word Majya. It means make our mind full, absorb our mind in Shri Guru Vaishnava Pada, in the lotus feet of them. So just shout the names. You see, it's translation. Just shout the names of Lord Hari in great ecstasy. So Anande, Bolo, Hari, and Bhaja Vrindavan, worship Vrindavan, while absorbing your mind in meditation on the divine feet of the spiritual master and the Vaishnavas. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majjayaman. Then Shri Guru Vaishnava Pada Padma Kori Ash, and this Ash comes up in many places in the songs. My wish, it's my wish. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pada. Okay, and these are Pada Padma. Padma, many of you must know, is a lotus. Padma, Padma, it comes up all the time, the lotus. And the lotus is used as a beautiful example for things which are beautiful and aloof from this material world. The lotus is not touched by the water in which it is growing. Just see. So Shri Guru Vaishnava Pada Padma Kori Ash. Kori, to do. Ash, my desire. Narottam das Kohe Nama-Sankirtan. Again, this Kohe. Here we've got Kohe, which is to say. Mahaprabhu, Prabhu Kohe, Acharya Kohe, many times in Chaitanya Charitamrita, you got Kohe. So this is not Kore, it's Kohe. It's says, but here like singing. Narottam das Kohe Nama-Sankirtan. Singing. So Shri Guru Vaishnava Pada Padma Kori Ash Narottam das Thakur Nama-Sankirtan. Now I want to just see if I can share this file with everybody. And this, how do I share a file? Can you say, Govinda Nandini? Or I cannot share a file in this way.
I'm not sure you can share it. You can only really share your screen.
Okay, so I'll
I
send...
think you can. On the chat, there's a button for file in the chat, is there not?
Ah, yes, now I see.
Send a file. Oh, very good. Okay, so basically, you know, efficiently or not efficiently, whatever, but at least I've tried to draw our attention, including my own attention, to remind ourselves what we're singing, to try to not be too automatic. And this is such a song of appreciation for Mahaprabhu Panchatattva, Krishna, the holy names, the devotees, the Guru, and the devotees, the Vaishnavas, you can say, headed by the 6 Goswamis, the great importance of the 6 Goswamis in our line. So it's a very complete song, repeatedly sung by our masters, and this is my 10 cents worth for today, putting that out, that we can make ourselves as much as possible familiar with this song. And if it's too ABC, then tell me. If I don't want to, I mean, I don't feel I'm talking down to anybody. I'm talking to myself to remind myself also. So, you know, here we are trying to share. But please give me your feedback or ask questions to me or to somebody who can answer. And we can open, you need to just open up your microphone. And in the meantime, I'm going to send this file that we just saw, both as a PDF and as a text file, so that you can adjust it if you wish for our wording. But it's basically there for our guideline. Over to you. I'm passing the microphone open to you all.
I just want to say, I think the same idea that for memorizing the 10 offenses applies to songs also, like key words, because we may not learn all the words, but certain words like charan or common words, if we read the English translations and we get a memory of different verses, then only certain words will remind us of that verse. So we may not remember the whole thing clearly, but when we're singing and the words that we do recognize come up, then it reminds us that, oh, it's that verse that describes, 5 kinds of foodstuffs or something like that. And it's not a full memorization, but it's helpful just to keep our mind, when we're singing along, so it's not just completely foreign. That's my experience and input.
So what key words would you think to include from here? Like this HI, I mean, hopefully we've got HI by now. And Tadira, the Taran.
I think the easy one is just, the more common ones. Maybe it's because it's not only for this song, but it's like, we sing many songs that share words. And so the ones that come up frequently are the easier ones to remember. I mean, I didn't have any in mind for this song, but we could pick some. But just that idea, I think, is a little more approachable. And then we don't have to overload with trying to memorize whole things, but just as we read the English translations, regularly when we sing or something, and then we're able to recognize certain words, it helps keep us, But
yep.
I would say, I don't know, I'd have to pull the song back up, but, H.I. Goshai, that one we hear all the time, 6 Goswamis, and Padarenu, this is the foot dust. I mean, I don't know, something like that. That's just a general idea. I didn't have words in mind, but we can pick them out.
Okay, very good. And this song actually is, as you can say, a simple song. Some of the songs we do scratch our head, but some of them are quite sort of straightforward with the Bengali. And I thought about this one because it's not that, oh, we're going to sit down and learn a new sloka or learn a new song or something, but we already are very familiar with this song. And so let us, first of all, try to be familiar with this song, and then next time, maybe not next week, but on the next time, but from time to time, we'll go through a song, and then we'll find that these come up, these words come up. Plus, you're all doing some kind of singing and bhajan, etc. And try to be conscious of what you sing. We're always stressing, or I'm always stressing. We have, Krishna gave us 2 eyes, one to see the Bengali that we're reading, that we're singing, and one to see the translation. So we can try to do it slow and steady. And by the way, Keśavananda Prabhu and myself, there were, sometimes in the temple program, there are very few people. And in Vrindavan, we were there, together and with the Bengali devotees. So we were like 3 or 4 people, like 1 or 2 Bengali devotees. It happens, in the off season, you could say off season when it's not festival time, for sure. Not only temples in the West, all over the world, we can be on a minimum crew. But when we would read for a while, day by day, we read the Chaitanya Charitamrita, but only the Bengali. And the Bengalis, of course, already know the Bengali, more or less, by the way. The Sadhu Bhasa, they don't always get it right. I mean, I'm talking about the regular Bengalis, not the educated, not Gurudev, Guru Maharaj, those who know the Sadhu Bhasa very perfectly. But Keśavananda and myself, we each had the Chaitanya Charitamrita from the Vedabase.io, which has got the word by word as well as the Bengali word by word and translation. So we only read the Bengali, and we read it slowly so that we would make sure we understood it from the Bengali before going to the next one. So it was maybe a little slower than usual, but it was very happy to read the Chaitanya Charitamrita in that way. And this was in Vrindavan. We were together in Vrindavan, and it's very good if we can try as much as possible to understand what we're saying. And the Bengali, of course, is super sweet. We know that. And the Sanskrit, of course, is super difficult. We know that. Even to recite many of the verses. Okay, and a voice from others?
Also, Maharaj, I think that some of the key words that one of them you mentioned, the kora, the to do thing, because that's often put in there, and that just adds, that can just mean to do something, not necessarily to do, but
yeah.
Varona Charana Padma is to offer to the Lord's feet. And I think also simple words like ami and tumi, you and I and you, and then
Omar.
Amar, Tomar. So those are simple things that we can kind of get a grasp of, and that
and
can
hoy is
right. So once we get those down, then we can kind of like patch everything together, because it's not as simple as a sentence you would read. It's symbolic. And so
this is why I always need a translation, even when, for instance, we are reading Chaitanya Charitamrita, and when we are reading it, I always look at the translation, even if I think I know what it's saying, because sometimes we are taken by surprise. Okay, any other input or anything from anybody? Is this helpful? No. Yes. Maybe. Any questions from anybody?
I have a question.
Yes.
Marianne, I'm very new to this in terms of, I've been around the temple when I visit my son for many years, but actually studying, I am new. So is there a book of the hymns that I can get to have to study along with this class?
There is,
Okay.
and we can give you a link and to a PDF. And you know, if we send you a PDF file, I think you know how to view that on your computer or on your phone.
Uh-huh.
And I can ask one of the devotees, you advise me which PDF to send. The pocket book or the yellow book?
I think the green book is very nice. So that can all be found at the Mott website, scmott.com.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of downloadable books. You can get almost all our books downloadable.
Okay. Good.
So that's a great resource.
All right.
And I think they have,
I know for, one of the kirtan, the green kirtan guide, I know for the download that I've got, it doesn't have page numbers on on all of the pages, which makes it a bit difficult. So I don't know if they all have page. I know the yellow kirtan guide has got all the page numbers on it, but my version of that peacock one doesn't have any page numbers on the pages.
Perhaps the yellow book for the time being we could send, because one thing about the yellow book is it is much, at least for me, it's much easier to read the translation when we're singing. The green book, I repeatedly find, I'm struggling to read quickly, you know, how when we're singing a song, we want to be able to quickly read the translation. The text is so thin, and then it's thin and it's maybe not even 100% is faded. So it is very difficult to read. I think I'll send the 7th edition, and then from the 7th edition, no, presently maybe some other edition we could send, and I can send this also now to everybody if you would like to get. So yes, happily sending this, and then if you go to the back is the index, or if you click on the layout, you can click on index. When you click in the index, also from there, the index of the first words, it takes you to the page. So that's also helpful. And in the green one, that at present is that facility is not there. So let me just send this 7th edition to you all.
I also included the link on the scmott.com website, and there you have the 7th edition, 8th edition, the pocket guide, and also the 4th edition, which
well,
in this world.
I wonder why the 4th edition is there, but not the 1st edition. I think the 0 edition. The 0 edition was very dog-eared, scrappy pieces of Xeroxed what they call Xerox in India, photocopied paper, and even the beginning ones weren't even photocopied; they were typed with carbon paper behind, because they didn't have a photocopying machine in Navadvip. So they were typed with the carbon paper. And that's where we were struggling. And that's why that the 1st edition came, then 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, it was started to become a bit more bookish by that time. Anyway, I sent you in the chat, I sent everybody the 7th edition. Directly, you can download it. And as I say, don't neglect it. The back is the index. When you click on those, it takes you straight to the song, which is, I find, very useful, which is why I'm actually sending that. And that we can read the translation as we sing. Okay, and one thing is that in the beginning, or when we were discussing about this, like back to basics program, I also mentioned it's not that it is that I want to give some talk every week, and I'm asking that if some of you or any of you, we can take turns and you can present some topics that you feel is an important, like basic, that newcomers may not know, that we older ones may have known, but we have kind of forgotten about and need some revision. I mean, I have quite a list of things, but if there's something that somebody would like to think, yes, I would like to give a little.
I would like to nominate Śrī Chaitanya Prabhu to bring the next topic to light.
Okay, well, I can second that very happily. Nrsimha Chaitanya Prabhu, you're going to have to put a light in front of your
Yes,
face.
sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm in a basement, so the light only comes in from these half windows here.
Anyway, this is for next week, right? Not for now. Not putting you on the spot now. You've got some time to prepare.
Yeah, I don't have anything in mind. But
But we
hopefully
can we can discuss if necessary, Prabhu. And you remind me, today it is Saturday, and the other day we are doing this is Tuesday, right?
Today is Wednesday in America.
Today is Wednesday in America. What America of which planet?
Oh, sorry, Saturday. I don't know why I said Wednesday.
Okay, so on planet Earth, America, which day is the next one? Tuesday, right?
It's the next one is on Wednesday in America is what I meant to say, because today is Saturday, and then it's Wednesdays and Saturdays in America that we're meeting here.
Yeah, and for us.
Little American.
Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, and for you, Maharaj, and for us, it's Thursday and Sunday.
Yeah, okay, Wednesday and Saturday in America.
God, we got travelers from the future. What's it like in the future?
Bright and sunny.
Why are you wearing a blanket? I mean,
But it's cold inside.
And on a kind of material level, yesterday here in Chiang Mai, then we had our first rain since I've been here in a month, and everybody was happy. And like even the devotees are going out in the rain and like, oh, so happy, because it's been like 38, 39, 40, 41. It's been very hot, very dry. All the plants are like calling for rain, but Trinadapi Sunichina Taror Eva Sahishnuna. More tolerant than a tree, all they can do is stand there. Everything kind of became very happy yesterday. And today here, it is the actual Gayatri time, just as and you know when to chant Gayatri? I think you've all heard it. It's meant, the ideal time is when the sun, when the daylight is coming, the stars are disappearing, but before the sun comes, is how we were instructed in Chaitanya Saraswati. When is the ideal time for chanting Gayatri in the morning, and a similar thing in the evening when the sun has gone down and before the stars start appearing in the sky, that conjunction, it is the best time. So for the chanting, but it doesn't mean, oh, I missed it, I'm not going to chant, or sometimes in our for the Mangalati in many places, Mangalati starts in the dark. But I find if you don't chant Gayatri before Mangalati, then afterwards, it doesn't happen at anywhere near a convenient time. So anyway, here is that time right now. And now Kelly and Abhinava can tell us what we're going to be having for breakfast, because they can see the future.
Well, that's easy. Oatmeal, because all Americans have oatmeal for breakfast, right?
it's Ekadasi.
That was yesterday. Oh, hang on. What?
They're telling you the future, what you're going to have for breakfast tomorrow.
That's how you're going to break Ekadasi.
I think I ruined some people's day by telling them it's Ekadasi.
Okay, dear devotees, I do need to go because our morning program is going to start down here, but I need to go within next very few minutes. So just a question, any other business, anything anybody would like to contribute or ask?
Maharaj, I would like to say thank you for this talk, and I will try to ask devotees from here in Tijuana, at least, if maybe some of the Mexican devotees also see the question. I'm gonna publish it and see if they can come with some idea or some questions for this class.
I'm not sure if the others heard fully. Could you just repeat the last question? I mean, the actual question part, your last sentence maybe.
Just going to see if there's people in Tijuana who have any ideas for further classes. Yeah? Yeah.
Are you hearing me?
Now, yes, now we are hearing you.
Okay, yeah. What I was trying to say is that I will pass around the question to see if someone wants to ask something or have an idea for a topic.
Okay, super. And by the way, Dayavati Didi, just on a side note, in half an hour, hour 6:30 here, just after the Mangalati, I'm going to be talking with Jai Balai Prabhu over Skype.
Wow,
He has some questions. So as it turns out, you know, the whole world comes together, and you see this virus thing, everyone's under lockdown, but Krishna's still given us the internet and this, so let us try to use it nicely in service. And so we'll be with Jai Balai Prabhu very soon. And for everybody, we're trying to be as available as possible. So please don't be shy to contact. If I can't respond immediately, it's because we, you know, doing various things, but I try to respond. I try to be good, but don't always succeed. Please excuse me.
Yes.
Maharaj, Dandavats. Can you
Yes.
hear?
Yes, we can.
Our Dandavats from Canada to you and everybody first at all, and especially to Govinda Nandini and for Braja Mohini, for everybody who are connecting us. It is such a happy time to see my family, and I'm really happy to be with all of you. Thank you. And I am a really bad daughter, sister, and I missed a couple of these meetings before, even though Govinda Nandini was really trying to pull me. I was wondering when she would knock on my door to join. But I wonder if you already talk about the 10 offenses to the holy name.
Not yet. We're giving devotees time enough to have a guilty conscience to revise them themselves before we even mention it. So not yet is the answer.
Maharaj, on that point, that document you have that I can't seem to find it, the one where it gives the one word for the, maybe you could share that with us. I'm not sure where you would find that. One word for each offense.
Oh, okay.
Then we can study, and then we'll have all the answers before we do the class.
Oh, you'll have all the answers. That's dangerous. We never think we have all the answers. No, I'm sorry, in another context. Okay, so I'll do that. Okay, anything else from anybody? Everything is very quiet where I am. I can't hear anybody.
Just please, Maharaj, send our mine at least, and I guess everybody's obeisance to the devotees there in Chiang Mai. We are happy to have your connection to this holy place as well. Thank you.
Okay, certainly. We are having regular programs in public. I will give obeisances to share them around. And each morning I see Goswami Maharaj by his kindness, and he's in good spirits. He's been very generous with his time. And so he's doing his live stream broadcast, but he's also being very generous to me and to others for sharing. And he's also very now active one by one and in groups, etc., online. So that is also a great source of nourishment. We have a beautiful community of devotees here. And Paramananda Prabhu from Govinda farm, he comes every other day. He's sort of the manager of things here as well as at Govinda farm. And he's always, of course, experienced practical and good association as well as everyone. So just to let you know something of the devotees who are here. So just before I go, here is 10 offenses to the holy Dham with keywords. Okay, so for everybody, we've shared today that Haraye Namaḥ Kṛṣṇa song, the Kirtan Guide, 7th edition, with the interactive index at the back, and the 10 offenses to the holy name with keywords are there. Now, I really do need to go, but I will leave from the gathering, and then if together, between you, if you wish to continue, I'm very happy if you continue, but 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, that is not a problem. But please accept my obeisances, and my obeisances to you all, my appreciation to you all, and looking forward to meeting again in a few days' time. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripasindubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. My dandavat pranam. Jai Gurudev.
Bhaktivedanta Madhusudan Maharaj ki.
Hare Krishna.